When journalist Lisa Harlan decided to write a book about a man on death row, she thought she was in control. It was just research, she told herself. Nothing more. But within months, she was married to a convicted killer, one whose plans for her were far darker than any story she could have imagined. Lisa Harlan was an investigative journalist with a fascination for criminal psychology. She'd already written 2 well-reviewed books on high-profile cases when she stumbled upon the story of Derek Malone, a man serving death row in Florida for a brutal triple homicide. He was convicted in 2005 for killing a young couple and their 3-year-old daughter in what prosecutors described as a cold-blooded massacre. But Derek always claimed he was framed. He was intelligent, articulate, and persuasive, and insisted the evidence against him was circumstantial. Lisa saw the potential for a bestseller. She reached out to him by letter, and he responded quickly. Charming, funny, and eloquent. Soon they were exchanging pages of handwritten thoughts every week. Their communication grew deeper. What began as interviews became confessions, and what started as curiosity turned into connection. Lisa later admitted she forgot she was a journalist. She started visiting Derek in prison, and within 6 months, she shocked her friends and family with news. She was marrying him. The wedding took place in the prison's visitation room. No family, no guests, just 2 signatures and a sealed vow. Everyone thought she'd lost her mind, but Lisa insisted Derek had changed, that he was wrongly convicted, that their love was real. She moved closer to the prison, quit freelancing, focused full-time on finishing the book, now titled The Man I Married on Death Row. But shortly after the wedding, strange things started happening. Lisa received an anonymous letter warning her to stay away from him before it's too late. Her car was vandalized outside her apartment, and during one of her visits, Derek slipped and mentioned a detail about her private life he wasn't supposed to know, something she had never written or spoken to him about. It turned out Derek had a fan club of pen pals, several women across the country who believed in his innocence. Some had sent him money. One even claimed they were engaged. At the same time, he was marrying Lisa. Then came the biggest shock. A prison guard off the record told Lisa that Derek wasn't just writing her, he was using her. That he was part of a small prison gang who used outside women to smuggle in contraband, money, and connections. Lisa was devastated, but not ready to believe it, until she found a hidden cell phone bill in her apartment, charged to her name, with hours of recorded calls between Derek and someone named Tammy, a woman recently arrested for attempting to smuggle narcotics into the prison. Lisa confronted Derek in prison, and he gaslit her, saying it was all lies, part of a system trying to keep them apart. But the final straw came when Lisa was subpoenaed by the FBI. She learned she was under investigation, not as a journalist, but as a possible accomplice in a prison smuggling ring. Derek had listed her as an emergency contact on several fake documents. He'd used her address, her name, her identity. She was being manipulated, and the story she thought she was writing had turned into a nightmare. Lisa filed for divorce immediately. She stopped all contact. The FBI eventually cleared her after she provided evidence of being misled. But the damage was done. Her reputation suffered. Publishers pulled out of her book deal. She went into therapy, changed her name, moved out of state. And though she never published the book, her story serves as a chilling warning. Even behind bars, some monsters find ways to control. As for Derek Malone, he remains on death row to this day, still writing letters, still convincing women that he's not who they say he is. Love behind bars isn't always what it seems, and sometimes the person writing the story becomes the victim in it. If you found this case disturbing and fascinating, make sure to subscribe for more twisted real-life stories, because the truth is always darker than fiction.